Here with us to discuss child restraints is Michael from the RACV. Michael, welcome again.
Thank you, Meredith.
Now, there are so many child restraints out there on the market. Where do you start and how do you know which one to choose?
Well, it's very important to get information that's available on child restraints. RACV has been involved with some other organisations in assessing child restraints and testing them. And what's very important to look at is restraints that are suitable for your particular situation, the age of your child, the size, their weight, and choosing a restraint that's appropriate to their development, but also look at how easy they are to install, how easy they are to use, and importantly, how they're likely to perform in the situation of a crash. No one wants to have a crash, but often that can happen even if you don't do anything wrong, and you want to be sure that your child is protected as well as they can be.
But all child restraints that are sold in shops do have the safety standard approval, don't they?
Yes, yeah. For a restraint to be available on the Australian market, they have to meet the stringent requirements of the Australian standard, but the child restraint evaluation program that RACV is involved in sets the bar at a higher level than the Australian standard, and it's able to separate the differences in their performance, and that's what we've done in our testing, and that's the information that we've published in our brochure and on our website for consumers to use in their purchasing decisions.
Now, you just mentioned the brochure. That's the brochure here. That's free?
Yes, it's available through RACV outlets or on the RACV website, and it shows a wide range of restraints in different segments that have been assessed for ease of use and performance in a crash that a vehicle might be involved in.
Now, what about newborns? What's the best restraint? Because you've got a capsule or you've got the convertible style of car seat.
Well, parents or carers can make their own decision based on what suits their particular purpose or their vehicle, but you need a rearward-facing restraint, whether that's a dedicated baby capsule type of restraint, or there are now convertibles that can be used in either mode. So it's a matter of assessing the results of these restraints, looking at the products that are available and the manufacturer's information, and choosing one that best suits your particular needs.
So they're both good, it's just your own preference. Also with capsules, you can now hire them from councils and from other places, can't you?
Yes, the capsules work very well. They're very convenient for the parent, and they work well for the child. The convertibles are also increasingly an option, but often with convertibles they might work better in one mode than another, so you need to look at their performance in both of the two modes. Yeah.
At what stage or age should you turn, if you've got a convertible seat, if you've got it rear facing, at what stage should you put a child into an upright seated car seat?
Well, in the past, this was mainly based on the age of the child, but more recent research has shown that what's more important is the size of the child, which really means their weight and their length. Based on age, it would be at least 6 months, but it's more about the weight, and you're looking at, say, about 8 kilograms before you'd look to move to the next stage of child restraint or the other mode of the convertible restraint. There's not a rule here about a certain age you move from one stage to another. It's about size, but also the parent's judgment on what's appropriate, and if in doubt, look at the manufacturer's advice that comes with the restraint, or talk to a restraint fitter.
On that note, restraint fitters. Now, should you get your restraint, or your car seat or capsule professionally fitted?
If you're not sure, get it professionally fitted.
And learn how to do it.
And learn how to do it, so that you can then do it to another vehicle that you might purchase, or move it to another family vehicle, then you'll be able to do that yourself. Or if you don't ever want to do it, then always get it fitted by a professional and have that peace of mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is a bit of a bone of contention I have about taxis. I was recently at the airport and I was with my baby Charlotte and wanted to catch a taxi. Now, can you get taxis that have car seats?
Well, taxis are obliged to have the equipment to receive a child restraint, the bolt or other equipment, so that a restraint can be fitted into their car, but they have no legal obligation to provide a restraint. That is really your obligation, so you have to bring your own restraint, but then the taxi has to be able to accommodate it.
Someone told me that it's legal to hold your baby in a taxi.
You can carry a baby up to the age of 1 in your arms in the back seat legally, but that's not Good practice from RACV's point of view, our view is that whatever vehicle you're travelling in, your child should be correctly fitted in an appropriate child restraint at all times.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for your wealth of information and knowledge. And of course, for any further information, RACV has got the free brochure,
Yes.
which has got a lot more detail.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Meredith.
That's great.
There's room to grow.